I'm Mike.
I'm Joe.
And this is Kart Life TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Kart Life TV, here live from the Low Speed Living Golf Cart Shop and Kart Life World headquarters in beautiful and hot, swampy Boca Raton, Florida. It is July. It's the, what is it, July 8th, 9th? Just got back from vacation, had a great time away, and shout out to this guy for banging out a couple videos while I was gone. Nice job.
You're okay.
We got a lot done. While I was away, the Maryland cart got delivered, and shout out to Brian, his new delivery service.
He did a great job.
He did a great job. We're super proud of him. Yeah. We got some awesome pictures and videos from Maryland. They were super happy with the golf cart, and we're really, really excited to have it up there in College Park. That is like super cool. Yeah. We've been getting like text messages from Maryland, and they've just been like enjoying it all week. So that's really awesome. Excited for that. But it's been hectic here at Kart Life. We haven't been filming as much as we'd like to. We had like 4 carts in the shop all getting done at the same time last week, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Lancaster's gone. He's happy with his long travel Yamaha. The Maryland cart is gone. Mike West's cart is done. That's going to be heading home soon.
Yep.
Which can only mean one thing. We finally get to work on the DS.
Yep.
And our build-off cart.
Yes.
Which we're very excited about. We're going to be
That's coming in this weekend.
We're going to be dragging that into the shop real soon. But
maybe
today,
tomorrow.
We're going to be doing an awesome video because a lot of you guys are doing lithium conversions with like Navitas and Rhino conversion kits. And you want to upgrade your motor wires. We're going to show you today how we build our motor cables here at Low Speed Living. Before we get into that though, just want to remind you guys to check out kartlife.com for the best prices on golf cart parts, accessories, and official Kart Life gear. And if you find it somewhere else cheaper,
we'll beat that damn price.
That's right, Spicy Joe. We will beat that damn price, and you guys know it. Especially our friend Jacob Harriman, all the way up in Indiana. He put in an awesome order. Shout out to him. He's building an entire golf cart up there and probably starting a little business on the side. That's hooked him up with an awesome deal.
Yeah, he got a good amount.
He's got a full build. He got a Rhino battery and everything else, and it's going to be an awesome build. But let's get into the shop now. We're going to build some motor cables and show you how it's done. Show you what you need. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, guys. So we're here at the bench. I'm here at the bench, and we're going to be making some motor cables today. One of our subscribers, Jeremy Pinder, ordered a set of motor cables. So we're going to be making those today, and another set for somebody else. So I'm going to show you what we need to have in stock to make these cables. Very, very simple, actually. You don't need much, and all of this you could purchase on Amazon. So if you're looking for anything special, you really don't need it. You just go on the computer, boom, you get it in just a couple days. This is what I use to make the motor cables with. This is solid strand copper wire. And I'll try to take a close-up shot of this after I strip it so you can see exactly how pure this copper is. This is not copper-clad aluminum. This is like solid copper, and this is what you want to use for the best connectivity and the best transfer of power from the controller to the motor. The copper is really nice. It doesn't get hot. It could be thinner than the aluminum cables also because the copper actually moves electricity better than aluminum. So this is what we use. It's 2 gauge. I'm looking for a marking here on it so you could actually see it here. But they call this welding cable, and they use this for welders. That's it right here. You can see it's super flexible, right? So it makes it easy to run in different places. Like if you want to make a special run with it, whatever, to get around something, this is the stuff you want to use. It's really nice and it's easy to work with. Aside from that, you're going to need some cable ends right here. These are a 10-piece kit. We get these on Amazon also, although we're probably going to start to look at getting them more bulk right there. I use a 3/8 inch lug here because it fits on the solenoids and it also fits on the controller terminals. If you get the smaller ones, you have to drill them out. So the bigger ones work, or they're more universal. You can use them really with anything, which is great. And you just want to make sure that you get the 2 gauge, I guess, sleeve here or collar that you're going to be crimping. So far we got the cable and the crimp ends. You're gonna need some tools too, and I got them both right here. One, you're gonna need a cable cutter because that stuff is really hard to cut. And then you're gonna need a crimping tool to crimp those ends on there really good. These little kits here that come from Amazon are nice because they come with heat shrink with the marine glue inside them. So when you heat them down, they shrink. And then of course, since we build these here in-house, we always put our custom low-speed living heat shrink collar on top right there. So we're gonna get into it right now. I'm gonna show you how to make a great set of motor cables. All right, guys, so we're gonna make our first cable, and for Jeremy's cables, we're gonna actually use a red welding cable. Just reached out to him and checked in to see what he wanted. So this is the same exact thing as the black. This is just has a red rubber casing on it. He's got red accents on the golf cart, so we thought this would be cool. What I typically do is I cut off about 36 inches of cable, and I use these cable cutters. I'm gonna show you exactly why we use these cable cutters, because check that out. See how thick that is? If you try and cut this with like just a regular pair of dikes or anything else, it's not gonna go through it, because the braided cable in there, all those tiny little strands, they get really, really strong when they're all pressed together. So you actually need a cable cutter. This is made by a company called iCrimp. It kind of came with a kit that we bought that had the crimper and the cutter included in it. But check that out, right? So when you close them, it takes a lot of strength. And I'm not the strongest guy, Joe knows that. But with a little pressure, boom, you could cut right through it. So once you get your cable cut, you wanna get ready to crimp the end on it. So what I like to do is I take my cable cutter and I eyeball about like half an inch down on the rubber there. And I'll just take the cable and I'll spin it inside the cutters there. And I do my best not to nick or go through any of the copper strands. And it takes a little bit of a while to get a feel for it. Once you know how far you gotta go in, you can see how you can go through the rubber and not the copper. You get a feel for it, and then you can just kind of slide the casing off. And you have all that solid strand copper all exposed there. And that's what we're gonna be crimping. And look, check that out, guys. If you kind of like move away some of the stuff that was oxidized on the rubber, you could see how clean that copper is. And the way you know that it's solid copper is if you look at the ends on it, you don't see any silver or aluminum there after you cut it. It's all just solid copper. So that's what you want it to look like right before we crimp our ends on. And that's what we're gonna do now. All right, so we're gonna make our first cable here, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this again. I'm going to strip off some of the copper, just like this, like we did the first time. Boom, and it's off. I'm gonna take my lug, my terminal end here, and I'm gonna slide it on to the exposed copper wire like that. And you'll see a little gap here. That's fine, that's what you want. I like that because it allows the heat shrink to get in there and kind of just creates a good solid connection. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take your crimper. You can see I have this set to number 2 here because this is a 2 gauge lug. So I have the crimper set to number 2 here. And you can see there's different sizes on these. And these are pretty cool. This came with the kit. So what you wanna do is you wanna make sure that this is set to the same size as the lug you're using. It just takes a little bit of strength to close this. But what you do is you slide your terminal end in there like that, and you kind of just close the crimper around the terminal end so it crimps onto the copper wire and makes that cable connection permanent like that. Then what we'll do, oops, hit the camera. Then what we'll do is we'll slide our heat shrink over it, just like that. And we'll grab our torch and we'll heat the heat shrink up with the torch. I like a torch and not a heat gun because I'm impatient and don't like waiting for things to heat up, and it's too slow for me. So by the time I got this heat shrink on here, that heat gun would probably just start getting warm enough to work. And it takes forever to melt the heat shrink with the heat gun, especially the big thick stuff like this. Yeah. We take our low speed living, custom heat shrink, hit that. Now everybody knows Cart Life Mike made this. So it's really simple, guys. Not something you got to be really concerned about as long as you have the right tools and just take a little bit of time to make some really nice and strong quality motor cables for your golf cart. Solid copper ends, crimped together, heat shrink, little custom label there on the outside too. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna make the rest of these cables, and then we'll do a set of black ones and we'll be done for the day. That's it, guys. That's how we make a set of solid strand copper motor cables for an AC conversion. This is exactly what you want right here for your ride. If you guys need a set of these, make sure you check out cartlife.com. We'll have them in the Navitas and the motor controller section of the website, as well as Cart Life TV accessories. You'll be able to pick red or black, and we'll get them out to you as quick as this. All right, let's get out of here. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Another awesome Cart Life video. If you like the videos, make sure you subscribe to Cart Life TV. Check out Low Speed Living, cartlife.com for the best prices on golf cart parts, accessories, and official Cart Life gear. You guys will see us soon at the Sanford Kart Fest at the end of the month. We're super excited for that, right, Spicy Joe?
Yes, we are.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to have all our gear, all of our accessories there. You guys can come check out a couple of our builds, including the DS, which is behind me in the shop. We're going to be finishing that up soon. Shout out to all our customers. We love you guys. All the subscribers, we love you guys too. Let us know how we're doing. Make sure you comment on the post. Hit the subscribe button. Make fun of this guy. Do whatever you got to do. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys real soon. We got to get these in the mail for our lucky customer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Peace.